Hello there, welcome back to the Bliss of the Abyss. This is just a little mini episode because I was lucky enough to be a guest on an excellent podcast hosted by my friend Kevin and his friend Sarah called The Tower Record, which is all about US history post 9/11 and the world that we all find ourselves in as a result of that. I'm going to link to the episode in the show notes. You can also find it anywhere that you find podcasts. As I said, it's called The Tower Record. So our episode was basically meant to be around the whole Bush-Blair Iraq war debacle. But it turned into a very wide-ranging and interesting episode full of tangents and discussions about culture wars and the degradation of standards in society and the mainstreaming and platforming of extremist and wild views. And so I've chosen a clip here to try and tempt you over into that feed. And actually, this clip begins with us discussing the ludicrous nature of the mainstreaming of questioning the Holocaust narrative, whilst at the same time embracing these further right voices into the conservative, specifically Republican movement in the US, but also how that bleeds into the UK and the normalization of political violence and hateful rhetoric that we are seeing in the political system, both here and there and in a number of different places. So yeah, this clip begins with me sarcastically mentioning that 6 million dead figure, and we go on to discuss all kinds of interesting things about Farage and dirty money and lies and conspiracies and all the kind of fun and wonderful and interesting stuff that you could expect from any content I'm involved in, and specifically whenever I get in a room or indeed in a Zoom with Kevin, the conversation is always guaranteed to be dynamite and fire. And so this is a little bonus episode, and I'm just going to drop you right into the middle of this crazy little part of this conversation. So enjoy. Was it really 6 million who died? Can we just ask questions? The amount that's become mainstreamed,
it's galling.
What is going on, Kevin?
I know, not to, like, it's crazy because, like, again, it's why I always hate it, and I know you and I have talked about this just interpersonally over the years, but especially, like, as we talk about it on the show, that stuff used to be, like, Westboro Baptist Church, like, the fringes of, like...
Mm-hmm. Okay, we would make a documentary about how wild and crazy these people were.
Right. And am I dumb enough to believe that, you know, Randy Bloodworth from fucking Alabama wasn't a raging anti-Semite in 1986? No, of course not.
No. Yeah.
But the fact that language is crazy to me, because you have the veneration of Israel as a state while the U.S. political system embraces people like Nick Fuentes, embraces people like, to go to England, Andrew Tate, who, you know, they walk in this world where they're basically doing Holocaust denialism in a way where they mix it with, like, culture war bullshit.
Yeah, and it's like, just be a strong man.
Right, like, yeah. Like, be the most miserable piece of shit in the world.
Be a
and then talk about how
wanker.
Much you love life.
Yeah. Hate women and make it like you're strong. Yeah.
Right. If your life isn't good, it's because of Jews, brown people, and, you know, especially specifically Muslims and women, not that you are an unremarkable person that's a piece of shit.
And they also say, you should convert to Islam, because they also have that vibe. Right. Because I think Tate is Muslim.
Right, is.
Right.
Yes,
so it's also that. It's like hate them, which but is also even convert.
Right, because that is the one true belief system about purity and, like, which makes even less sense of, like, oh, if you actually are devout, then alcohol is haram. But the two things you talk about the most, besides, like, endangering and abusing women, is alcohol and how great cognac is and cigars.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, I think, and the American brand, I think, like we were talking about with like the UK versus US media, is just the blatant nature of all these things. And just the fact that you have Nick Fuentes being compared to like a leftist streamer, like, you know, somebody like Hassan Piker in the US, who's talking about like, you know, the reality of Israel versus Palestine, and him speaking against stuff that like the top party line in both of our countries. Like I see that in the same way because I follow him a lot now because I was a huge Jeremy Corbyn fan. The same way that they're demagoguing Zach Polanski now, also a Jewish British person.
Yes.
Like the fact that like he is being told, I forget what show he was on. I think it was like maybe one of the British morning shows where he's like, why is my Jewish identity being erased when I'm talking about defending the rights for people to protest for like Voices for Palestine? And you're letting people like Tony Robinson come on a show and talk about the most virulent Islamophobic bullshit at all time. And Polanski's getting more pushback somehow.
And that's exactly right. Except, let me just quickly say, Tony Robinson is a beloved UK historian / actor. And you're talking about Tommy Robinson. Just
Tommy, oh my God, I've said Tony like a million fucking times. Yes, no, he does not deserve that hate. He does not deserve that stick.
He's a wonderful person, and Blackadder is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Oh my God, I love that show. Shit, Jesus Christ.
He's Baldrick. That's who he is. And Tommy Robinson is the racist hate marcher with the Elon Musk.
Again, someone's going to be buried below hell.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to, you know, Dante had the levels of hell, and like the 100%. Lowest.
I was going to bring this up earlier.
The lowest levels. It's so funny. It's like, you know what? You when you first read about it, you're like, oh, that seems weird. Why would they be the lowest level? And then the more you're like, exist, you're like, actually, yeah, fucking send them down. And it's cold down there. It's not hot.
Yeah, the 8th level of hell and 9th level of hell are frozen.
It's frozen.
Which, again, like we were talking about, like, you know...
Fucking freeze them. Fuck them.
Yeah, put them in cold storage.
Fucking... Yeah. They're not even going to rot. They're just frozen. Fuck them.
And I think, if you go to the 9th level of hell, as it's described in Inferno, is that your entire body is frozen, and the only thing that's above the ice is your face, and then you're constantly hit with waves of ice from Satan's mouth.